In June 2012, 4 months after the mishap, Prime Minister Peter O'Neill ordered a commission of inquiry into the maritime disaster. A 250-page report was compiled by Judge Warwick Andrew based on passengers and crew members' testimonies, including the two accused, Captain Peter Sharp and the chief mate, Captain Anthony Tsiau. In the Commission of Inquiry report, the particulars of the ship were provided, including details of the entire voyage from Buka until the time of the sinking in the Morobe province. The report outlined the total number of passengers on board the vessel, yet some of the names were not on the ship's manifest. In April last year, after numerous court proceedings, the Rabaul Queen case was finally brought to a trial. The case that has now dragged into its 5th year had much of its court hearings based on the 2012 Commission of Inquiry report. Captain Peter Sharp and the ship's captain Anthony Tsiau have 172 counts of manslaughter charges laid against them, and 1 count each for sending an unseaworthy ship to sea. More than 100 witnesses have already testified since the trial began, including a maritime expert from Australia. For the survivors and relatives of those who died or perished during the disaster, many still haven't found peace. They kept showing up at the courthouse, hoping the case would soon be brought to an end.
People someplace come, you want to bring my attention that, hey, case you register police long or some long court na you walk long suruki mi ko nating mi plus samplay I less that's all mi play strong yet long assume this case you must spoil.
These are some of the pictures taken before the ship left Buka 5 years ago, and these were pictures taken a few hours after the ship sank. In the courtroom, these pictures were presented as evidence in the trial. It is a stark reminder of what happened on the 2nd of February 2012. Some passengers and crew members on board the vessel were rescued on that day. Others arrived in body bags a few days later.
The lives that were lost, all pick na doc number by me just lara mo senta sola. We are talking about human beings, so it is very important that Mipla must fight strongly this land. Justice must be done to the families of the deceased one and the victims as a whole.
The trial has taken an equal spillover effect from the state of the depreciating country's economy in recent months. The government has prolonged the delay of funding the case to accommodate witnesses traveling to Kokopo to testify in the trial. The delay had stirred up anguish between prosecutors in the trial and also members of the public who were concerned that the case may be thrown out and the accused set free if witnesses are not made available to testify. In November last year, the Chief Secretary, the Finance, the Treasury and the Justice Secretaries were all summoned by the presiding judge, Justice Terence Higgins, to appear in court and explain why the Rabaul Queen trial wasn't funded. The trial was later granted a funding of 650,000 kina following the issuing of the court order. The money was used by police to cater to witnesses' travel and accommodation expenses to Kokopo. The trial has been further adjourned to next Monday, with many more witnesses who are expected to be called into the courtroom to tell the court their stories, many of them hoping their testimonies will put an end to this 5-year-old court battle. Edwin Fidelis, National EMTV News, Kokopo.